everything you need to know to do more pull-ups. Your approach should always match your goal. Whether you're chasing a heavy 1 rep max on pull-ups, maybe you're using pull-ups as a vehicle for hypertrophy, or maybe you're chasing your first muscle up. All totally valid reasons to do pull-ups. But today, we're dialing in specifically how to increase your max reps. So whether you want to go from 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 20, or even beyond that, this video is for you. Why am I qualified to talk about this? Despite being over 210 pounds, I'm able to do 25 consecutive clean reps of pull-ups. I'm also able to do a single rep with 140 pounds of additional weight. Hopefully this is enough credibility for you. I don't have a PhD. I'm just a guy that wants to teach you what I know and what helped me get stronger. A good warm-up for high rep pull-ups should prepare the shoulders, activate the lats, and get your grip online. I'm going to teach you how to do all 3 of those. First, to prepare the shoulders, I recommend face pulls or banded pull aparts. You just grab a resistance band, you yank it apart like that, you feel your scapula move. Then to activate the lats, you could do either regular lat pull downs, or you could do straight arm lat pull downs on a cable tower. And after that, I like to do some scapular pull-ups. Now, what are scapular pull-ups? Scapular pull-ups are where you hang onto the bar and you just shrug up and down while you're holding your body weight. Then the last thing, if my grip still isn't quite feeling up to speed, well, I'll just do a couple dead hangs, or I'll grab a couple dumbbells and do some forearm extensions, forearm curls, something light, nothing crazy. We're optimizing techniques specifically for maximum reps. For your setup, stand on a box or a bench. The reason for this is so you can ensure that every rep has the same starting point, because consistency is how you build strength. If you're self-conscious about needing a boost to be able to reach the bar, don't worry about it. First of all, no one cares. Second of all, I personally think people look a little bit silly whenever they're jumping around reaching for the bar. For your grip, some people find that a false grip gives them more consistency and more strength. So what is false grip? False grip is whenever your thumb is underneath the bar, you'll be doing all your pull-ups like that. However, I don't like doing it like that. I like to just wrap my thumb underneath the bar like that. I find that I have more consistency and more strength doing it like that. I recommend you try them both. Now that you're actually holding the bar, you want to step off the platform and let yourself hang. And then the 3 pillars of keeping yourself straight whenever you do pull-ups are going to be lightly squeezing your quads, lightly squeezing your glutes, and lightly squeezing your core. The reason for this is because you don't want to like swing around all crazy style whenever you're doing your pull-ups. You want to be stiff as a board, because the more rigid you are, the easier it will be to pick yourself up. So as you're pulling, as you're doing your pull-up, I want you to think 2 things: scapula down and elbows into pockets. Also, for your pull-ups, you might not just be pulling straight up and down. You're probably going to go in a little bit of an arc. And the closer you go, generally speaking, the more of an arc you're going to pull yourself in, and that's okay. Now, just for consistency's sake, for every rep, I try to make sure that my chin at least clears the bar. So I'm looking up for all of my reps. So, to review, you step up on your box, you grab the bar, you step off of your box, you flex your quads, your glutes, and your core. You look up, and then you pull. No half reps, no stopping early, no bouncing, no swinging, don't kip, don't like move your legs around and stuff. I highly recommend recording yourself to keep yourself honest and accountable, because no one cares how many pull-ups you can do if they look like this. This is the same system that I've used with myself and with clients to go from 3 to 12 and then 10 to 20, etc. This is how you improve your pull-ups. Number 1, choose a rep target that you can do at least 5 reps with. You're going to keep the vast majority of your sets in between 5 and 3 reps in reserve. This builds neuromuscular efficiency because you'll be teaching your body how to do pull-ups correctly, because the closer you get to failure, the further from correct form you're going to be. If you can't hit 5 clean reps yet, use assistance. If you can't hit 5 clean reps yet, use resistance bands to help you, or alternatively, you can use an assisted pull-up machine. Over the course of a 4-week block, I want to see you go from 4 to 7 sets of pull-ups, and you could hit this workout 2, maybe even 3 times a week, depending on what the rest of your program is looking like. So week 1, you could be doing 4 sets, week 2, 5 sets, and then up to 6 sets, 7 sets on the 4th week, and then week 5, you reset. If you're doing other heavy back work that week, or if the rest of your program is pretty filled out, you might want to do 3 to 6 sets instead of 4 to 7. And since we're a little further from failure, I want every set to have clean form, the same tempo, and then the same grip, everything the same. Now, if you're doing these assisted, reduce assistance every 4-week block. For example, block 1, you can start with a band that gives you roughly 30 pounds of assistance, and then block 2, you can try 20 pounds of assistance, 10 pounds of assistance. Block 4, you can do like mostly body weight or some of your sets with a little bit of assistance. And then hopefully by block 5, you can do strictly body weight. If you can't do a pull-up yet, first of all, don't be embarrassed. Pull-ups are hard. Most people can't do pull-ups, but you can do hard things if you work hard enough for long enough. What exercises are you going to want to do if you can't do pull-ups yet? First, inverted rows. You're going to start at a relatively steep angle, and each week you're going to try to move your feet either higher or forward a little bit more. You want to get your body closer and closer to parallel with the floor. The next exercise is one that I previously mentioned as a warm-up, and that is scapular pull-ups. Finally, if you're not used to hanging from a bar, I strongly recommend throwing some dead hangs into the mix. These will build grip endurance, and it's a great chance for you to practice stabilizing your whole body. Remember what I said about your quads, glutes, and core? This is where you want to practice that. So first of all, for your back development, because this progression scheme is mostly skill oriented, you're going to want to throw some hypertrophy into the mix as well. So what do I recommend for that? Back exercises. Give yourself some lat pull downs if you want some more specificity to pull-ups. Give yourself some chest supported rows as well, love some of those. Hit some dumbbell rows, cable or machine rows, neutral grip pull downs. Of course, you can also hit some dumbbell rows or some cable or machine rows. More back equals more easier to do more pull-ups. Also, biceps, very underrated for pull-ups. Lockout is where most people fail their pull-ups. And in that last portion of the lift, that's going to be very bicep heavy. So, what are you going to do for that? You can do hammer curls, preacher curls, or my favorite, standing alternating dumbbell curls. Do them seated if you want more stability. Reverse curls are great too, especially if you're not already doing hammer curls for your brachioradialis. Your future self will thank you because he has bigger arms and he can do more pull-ups. Grip. This is one of the bigger limiters, especially once you get to the higher rep range, like over 10 reps. So how do we get better grip? I recommend doing dead hangs with whichever grip that you do, false grip or, regular grip, or if you just do like a fingertip grip. You can also hit some farmer carries without straps, of course. Then also throw in some forearm extensions and curls. Obviously, you can only do pull-ups as long as you're hanging onto the bar. And also, a stronger grip makes it easier to transfer force into the bar and pull yourself up. So get a grip. Also, on the topic of exercise selection, I strongly recommend that you rotate variations every 1 to 2 blocks at least. This prevents you from getting overuse injuries, it'll also keep your shoulders happy, and this will help ensure that you don't have any weak points. You don't want to be really good at regular pronated pull-ups, but then you can't do any neutral grip or supinated. So what are some variations that I like? As I said, you can do neutral grip pull-ups, you can do supinated chin-ups, you can do pause pull-ups, where you pause at the bottom, where you pause in the middle, where you pause at the top, or all three, or any combination of those. One of my personal favorites is weighted pull-ups. You can also do slow eccentrics, you can do tempo. Do 1 to 2 blocks of each, cycle through them, try different ones. Thank you for watching, that's all for today's video. This is my first long-ish form video, so if you found anything in this valuable, I would strongly appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. If there's anything that you would like explained in more detail, please drop a comment and I will answer it. I'm way more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube, but I do want to start making more long-form content. I'll probably be pumping out videos at least once a month for now, but I'll pick it up if demand picks up, So please drop a comment with any questions that you have. Or if in the next video you want me to focus on weighted pull-up progression, or how to get better at muscle ups, or how to build a huge back with minimal training equipment. Thanks for watching, now go do some pull-ups.